What's up? It's Levi with Transplant Your Mind Breakup Recovery. Today I'm awaiting the birth of my baby with my partner. Um, that's kind of weird, right? We broke up almost a year ago and we just got back together. So I wanted to make a video about how to get your ex back because it's a popular subject, and I want you to know that I'm a relationship coach. I work with people who are heartbroken, that are going through a breakup or a divorce, and they want to heal and move on from their breakup. And some of them want to get their ex back. It's not my specialty, but I can definitely help in that area from the experience that I have. Um, so let's dive into it. So my ex and I broke up in June last year, and it was devastating. It was really really heartbreaking. We were together for 4 years. We were engaged to get married. Like it was a whole thing. Um, and it's tough. She It was because I was in active addiction and I relapsed and I was lying about it and sneaking around. Um, well, prior to that, and she caught me too many times, and it had made a toll on the relationship, and she decided to leave me. So it was really hard for me. However, I managed to stay clean and keep my job like going, and just went through a really hard depression for a bit, and suddenly, maybe a couple months or 3 months later, like I just got this irreversible ambition to just survive. Before I wanted to die. I didn't think I could live without her. I didn't think that I wanted to. My life had no meaning, no purpose. I was lost. I wanted, all these things, and I wanted them all with her, and then she wasn't there anymore. We talked every day, but I didn't want a friendship, so it was really, really hard. So I started working on myself, and I did all that on my own. Like, I didn't get any help from anybody, and I don't even know where it came from. I just took all these tools that I had learned over the years, and I also went to school for coaching a few years ago, and I just started using the things that I know, and it worked. So I'm going to share some of those things with you today. Um, some of the things that I did were journaling. It sounds silly, but it definitely helps. You got to get all your thoughts out on paper. When I would feel like really anxious and really overwhelmed, like I couldn't take it anymore, and I was obsessing over her, I would just start writing. And what I would write would be how I'd want things to go. Like we would get back together and everything would be okay. And, I'm going to work really hard on myself, and I'm going to fix the problems, and she's going to see that, and she's going to come back to me. At that time, that's what I wanted. And I had to do that because it's the only thing that got me through. And I watched like hours of like how to get your ex back videos on YouTube, and it was just, that's what kept me going. That's what I had, and I didn't have money to like hire a coach or hire anyone else, so I just did it on my own. So I was writing all the time, things, notes to myself, like positive affirmations was a big thing. I had really low self-esteem and a lack of confidence because of the breakup and because of just life and childhood stuff and everything. So I started to try to redevelop my self-esteem and my confidence. So I started working on myself, esteem, by writing positive affirmations and putting them on my mirror, putting them where I can see them, carrying them in my pocket, all sorts of things. I'm going to create a positive affirmation list and make a like downloadable link here soon. Um, so yeah, follow my channel so that you can get that. All right. Um, Next, I wrote positive affirmations, and that like really helped me out, and it helped me to like get um, a little bit of self-esteem going, because I didn't really believe the things I was writing down at first, and that's the point. You're not going to believe the things you're writing down at first about yourself, but if you keep doing it and you keep reading it, eventually you're going to start to believe it, and that's the miracle of positive affirmations. the next thing is I needed to find a purpose. I needed to find a purpose outside of her. I needed to know that like my life was meant something and it was worth something, and that I didn't need her to be complete. I didn't need her to be happy. I didn't need her to have a future. And that's a really big one, because you may not get your ex back. They may never come back, and you have to be okay with that. You have to get to a place where you're okay either way. And I didn't think I could get to that place, but I did. So stay through the video so I can share all that with you so you can figure it out. So what did I do? I started to figure out what I wanted to do with myself. I had a job, but I still have the job, but it wasn't my career. I don't want to work for someone the rest of my life, and I decided that I wanted to do the coaching. And so I tried to do life coaching in general, and I had one client, and I was going okay, but I wasn't really passionate about it, and I got inspired to do relationship coaching and help people to get through what I had gotten through. Eventually. It wasn't right out the gate. I'm talking like months and months and months later, once I had healed a lot. Because I decided that if I could get through it and on my own, and I knew all the tools that I needed, and I could provide those for people, and I could help provide a safe space for people to heal, and I could encourage them, and I could support them. The flies are on point today. There are flies freaking everywhere. Summertime, man, in Arizona is insane. But palm trees are pretty, aren't they? All right, ADD. Back to the story. So I just decided that hey, I want to help people get their life on point, and find their purpose and heal and move on from their breakups. I wanted to get to a place where I was totally okay with her not coming back. We were still in each other's lives, and it took time. So I'm gonna keep telling you how I got there, though. So something happened, though. Something happened midway through the breakup, like maybe a couple months in, a few months in, and it was like the most horrible thing that could have happened to me, to be honest, at that time, because I was still in love with her. And she told me that she slept with someone and that she was pregnant. And that devastated me, because I wanted to have kids with her, a kid at least. I wanted to marry her. I still saw her as my person, and I wanted to be with her. And I had to imagine her being with other people, and her having sex, and her getting pregnant, and her having another man's child inside of her. It was horrible, and that was all in the moment. Things have changed since then, but it was very, very, very painful, and it was I was in shock, and I didn't really know how to react, and I didn't handle it well in the beginning, and I was very, very angry, and I was very, very hurt. She didn't cheat on me, but it felt like it, and she doesn't understand that. She doesn't understand why I feel that way. But if you're still in love with someone and you still see them as your person, and then they sleep with someone else, it feels like a betrayal. It feels like cheating, even though you're not with them. So technically, she didn't do anything wrong. But to me, she broke my heart all over again. So it was really, really devastating to me, and it was just horrible. And there's other reasons, why it was hard for me, but I'm not going to go into that on here. My channel isn't about me in that realm. It's about you guys and how I can help you, and through my stories, possibly you can get some hope. So I got through that point, and so now I'm dealing with the breakup, the pain of the breakup, and the pain of knowing that she's going to have a baby. The good news was he didn't want anything to do with her, and he was in a relationship with someone else, and he didn't want to be a part of the baby's life. So that gave me an opportunity, and I saw that I still loved her. I wanted to step up. I wanted to be the baby's father, because she wasn't going to have a dad. It felt right. It felt natural. It felt like the next right thing. I still loved her very much, and I didn't know if we'd get back together or not, but it didn't matter to me. I still wanted to be the baby's dad. So I asked her if I could be her father, and she said she would love that, and we started carrying on. So I started to become part of her life in that realm, you know, as baby daddy. And I still held on to a lot of anger and resentment. But I was working really, really hard on myself in other areas. I was very ambitious on my business. I was very ambitious. I was working all the time. I was trying to save money. I was getting better with money. I was managing my life. I was, you know, keeping a clean house. I was taking care of my dogs. Like, my life I was doing really well. And I had gotten to a place where finally I was okay if we hadn't got back together. Now, thinking about her being with other people, hurt my feelings and sucked because I still loved her, but I didn't know if I wanted to be with her because I was so hurt. And I don't know if I could shake it. Um, so I did positive affirmations, I did journaling, I I went to the gym sometimes. I took care of my house. I kept my house clean. So that helps with depression. I took a shower every day. That helps with depression. I ate. I slept as much as I could. I took care of my animals. Like life carried on. I didn't just stay stuck. I was stuck in the beginning, but I got out of it. So the point of breaking up with somebody isn't to just destroy your life and not be able to move on. The point is that you can move on, that you can find peace. So you have to find that strength inside of you. There's so many other things that I can teach you that I did that got me to a place where I am today, where I feel the strength that I have and the ambition that I have and the purpose-driven life that I have now. Me and my ex got back together. She moved back in because of the baby, and where she was living wasn't good. And now we got back together, and we're actually more in love than we were, you know, back then. And we're falling in love all over again. And it's a beautiful love story. And I want that for everyone. And it's not for everyone. And some relationships are beyond repair. Ours is repairable, thank God. It really just boils down to trust. And trust is really important in a relationship. And when trust is broken, it has to be earned again. And I encourage people to, if they love someone and they want to fight for them, to fight for themselves first. You got to fight for yourself. And then if that relationship is meant to be, it'll come back around. So don't give up the fight. I'm doing free consultations right now. I am a certified coach, and I do want to work with people that want to heal. I'm not promising you can get your ex back, but I am promising that you will move on, that you'll be okay, that you'll be empowered, that you'll have a purpose, and that you will feel like a new person. You'll have a transformation that is unstoppable, and that'll be so damn attractive to your ex that they'll be like, damn, why did I leave that person? So if you want a transformation and you want change and you want to crawl out of the dark, sad pit that you're in right now, I want to start a group coaching program with you, and I just need a few people and we can start. Having a baby today. I am the baby's dad, and we are together, and we are happy, and everything is great, and moving on in my life. So if you want that too, even if you don't want all the things I have, you don't want your ex back, it doesn't matter. If you want peace and serenity and strength and encouragement and empowerment and ambition, click the link in my description. Sign up for a free consultation or sign up for group coaching, and I'll see you on the inside. Let me help you turn that pain into power. Till next time.